Hello, it's Pat.
And Caorlyn. You never say hello.
I know, I thought I would be a little more formal this week.
It's Pat and Caorlyn.
Prepare for the recap of So You Think You Can Dance.
Special guest.
Ellen Degeneres.
God, if Ellen Degeneres... I don't know what that was. If Ellen could be our special guest...
I would chain her up in here and make her tell jokes.
All day long.
Top 8 performed, and Ellen was a guest judge, along with me and Michaels. It was exciting. The whole night kicked off with a group routine, which is unusual for a performance night.
Yeah.
And Travis Wall from season 2 was the choreographer, and they all had glowing lights on.
I should have kept the lights down the whole time, though. I was confused why the lights were up, because it was harder to tell.
Yeah, you could, they had, dimmed them, but they weren't off the whole time. They should have been.
Yeah,
That's what I think.
That was interesting.
Yes, I agree. Oh, computer is preparing for blast off.
Apparently.
It's very warm. It's summer. Okay, let's talk about the routines. We're going to talk about the couples in each of their dances and maybe touch on their solos. But all the solos are bleh. Who cares about solos?
Got notes on the thing again.
I got notes on this paper.
Okay.
First up.
Janette and Evan.
Yes.
Okay, the first dance was...
It was a jazz routine, but not that kind of jazz. It was with Sonia, Last of the Mohicans, and they were dark and twisty. Except for Nope, not Brandon. His name's Evan. He can't do it, and all the judges kind of called him out on it.
I feel really sorry for him, but he's awkward and just... I mean, he's cute. Don't get me wrong. He's, cute, and as everybody said all night, lovable, but he's just not memorable.
Well, they said he's memorable, but not in a way where, he cannot win the show. I don't think a guy can win. I think this is a girls' season, first of all. I don't think any of those guys can win. Maybe Brandon, but I think the girls are way better.
Yeah.
So the jazz routine was good. Jeanette was fantastic. She's so good. And then they did a rumba to Chris Allen Heartless from American Idol. It was good, and Nigel said in the thing, he was like, fans don't react to a rumba because it's so, slow and technical, and I agree. And Evan's not sexy, but Janette was awesome.
It was good to hear Chris Allen. He did the song, the Heartless Kanye West song. That was kind of nice.
Yeah,
but cool. Overall, those two just didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
Next was Jeanine and Brandon.
Yeah.
First of all, I really like her. I don't know what it is. Sometimes I'm like, ugh, but for the most part, I really like her. I think she's good. I think it was her solo. Something was really good tonight. What was it?
They did a waltz and they did jazz. It was a very good part. Talk about the waltz briefly. It was a nice waltz. It wasn't as light as I think a waltz should be, in my opinion. I wasn't digging it. The first half of the show was kind of heft. Isn't that what you said?
Did I call her heft? I don't mean heft in a negative way. Athletic. Oh, God, such a better word.
Better
athletic,
than fat.
Which is really hard for a waltz, because an athletic girl...
And Brandon's not that big either to pick her up. He didn't...
Yeah,
it wasn't as flowy.
Shorty.
But their jazz routine to Lorianne Gibson, who is badass.
She is so amazing. If you guys ever watched Making the Band... But she's very, very famous. Patrick would say she choreographed for Lady Gaga. There's other people who we don't know because we didn't look it up. But she is amazing. And
that routine, Jordan Sparks' Battlefield, it was just cool. Thanks for bringing a cool routine, Lorianne. Boomcat.
Cool routine. One thing to note, you can tell she is a tour choreographer, though, because they did not interact. They danced on their own solo, and that's as they would with... behind an artist. Yeah, they weren't dancing with each other. It was two people doing the exact same routine. Yeah, backup Still
dancers.
Good, though.
So good, though. The next couple up was Melissa and Ade. They were reunited for their first dance, which was a cha-cha, and it was blah, blah.
Terrible.
See what I did there?
Yeah, cha-cha, blah, blah. It was terrible. Her dress was so distracting. Remember that red,
it was a bathing suit with, dangerous objects hanging on.
And I really like Ade. In fact, his solo was the best of the night, but he just didn't, I don't know, he didn't bring it for the cha-cha.
Now, maybe it's because they knew what they had in the bag for their second dance, so they were like, we can throw away the cha-cha because you're going to have breast cancer in the second one, and everyone in the world is going to cry at our contemporary routine. It
was really fantastic, and it wasn't, for me, it was not just fantastic because it was emotional, it was fantastic for the same reasons the judges said. They flew in the... I mean, Melissa literally...
just jumped.
Threw herself in the air.
And he just caught her.
Exactly. And it was very, very meaningful. It also was picturesque at the very end, when he was holding her up. I don't know. It was memorable for that reason, too. I mean, it was emotional and, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was also just really good dancing.
It was beautiful dancing, beautiful story, and, beautiful staging. I guess maybe that's the word. It was killer combo. And honestly... that routine, I think, saved Melissa in this competition, because if people don't react to vote for that dance tonight, but I figured she'd be the next one to go. I don't know which one of the girls is going to go. We'll talk about that in a second, but
It was good.
Fantastic routine.
Tice Diorio did that.
No wonder
really
he's
good.
nominated for Emmys.
Absolutely.
Because he's good.
He's really good.
And last up were Kayla and Jason. Cool couple.
Yeah. At first we hated her. Remember, you hated her.
I didn't hate her. I just didn't like her. But
she is.
I'm kind of liking her now.
The best of the show. She by far.
You think she's better than Janette?
Oh, she is the best. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't really like. Janette, you're cute and all, but I do not like you. This girl can do everything. For what they have Broadway first, and then they had hip hop. I mean, she hip hopped. Is that what you call it? She hip hopped like the best of them. I mean, she brought it.
Yeah, their Broadway was okay. It was like a cute Broadway, whatever. Their hip hop routine, Shane Sparks, who does kind of predictable stuff. That was such a cool concept and a cool routine. And Jason was a zombie, and he was like making her a zombie too. Just the dancing was phenomenal.
It was the best of Shane Sparks that I.
And they really saved the better dances for all of their second ones, except maybe the rumba with Evan and Janette. But all the other ones, their second dance was great.
I'm gonna pick a winner. I'm picking for sure Kayla to win the whole thing.
To win the whole thing?
Yeah. I know we don't normally pick winners, but it's just clear tonight.
At this point, when you're down to 4 and 4, I think a girl is gonna win for sure. I think it might be Kayla too. Maybe Janette, but I feel like
Janette. What's his love for Janette?
Janette is.
I mean, she's
good.
amazing. She is amazing, but I don't know.
I think people probably like Kayla more than they like Janette, and it's a popularity contest.
Is that because she's a blonde? Discuss.
Maybe talk about it.
Who's
gonna go home, guys?
Oh, this is hard.
I think Evan. It is your time. I've been saying this for like the whole season.
A month?
But now, honestly, if Evan stays, besides Jason and Brandon in a day, I'll be really shocked. Girls, I couldn't tell you. I would have said Melissa until she did the contemporary routine. See you next week.
So you think you can do it.